Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, and Ormeus Ecosystem family. I'm John Barksdale, and this is the Ask Me Anything for July 1st, 2020. I'm here today to answer some of your burning questions, as well as to give you some absolutely exciting updates about our project. The last couple of months have been extremely busy, and we're continuing to drive this first forward, so let's get right into it. First of all, we've had some exciting updates. Things that have happened, it all started with the mining. And the mining kicking back in gave us that energy we needed to start building everything in the right direction. We've finally been through all of the dark times, I feel, the majority of them. And I'm sure there'll still may be things to come in the future, but the darkest times have passed. And now we're on a bright path to the future. We can see the light at the end of the tunnel. We can see the vision coming to fruition. The Excel trip listing, now we can utilize our token, Ormeus and ECO, both at 1.5 million hotels around the world and over 400 airlines. This is an amazing accomplishment itself. We're extremely excited. We're excited for the future of the Excel partnership, Excel Trip and Excel Pay. Excel Pay is going to allow us to utilize our Ormeus coins to top up your cell phones and also buy Amazon gift cards, which means you're going to have the ability to shop on Amazon with your Ormeus coin through a gift card and with your Ormeus ecosystem. Absolutely amazing and exciting news. The listing on Balaxy gave us the ability to trade all three coins on one platform. And it also was one of the big steps in putting Ormeus Cash into the CoinMarketCap site. Now, getting the ability to be listed on there gives us a solid foundation for the future. And shortly after, we list on FunXbox. FunXbox is now a top cryptocurrency exchange, and the markets are all starting there already. We already have Ormeus trading and Ormeus Cash. And we did an absolutely amazing competition for BW, and it's taken the ECO token up over 2,500% in the last 30 days. Amazing results so far, and the staking promotion is working amazing. People are so happy with the results they're getting out of that so far. We decided that we wanted to do something extremely unique and build a staking program and a promotion that could allow you to keep your tokens in your wallet with your control, with your own private keys, without having to have any security issue, as long as you keep your private keys safe. And this, I think, is one of the industry first. There's not many companies that offer a staking promotion like this. We are here to build something that will help our community in the long run and honor all of the holders and the people that have been with us for the long period of time already, and for the new people that are coming on board to build something that creates serious momentum into the future. Now let's get into your questions. First question, is there any update on the Tokenswap and the staking payouts? Now, this process has been a process because of all the different situations that you all are aware of that has happened throughout the company, including Airwire and some of these other groups that have not been responsive in the way that they would. So what we've decided to do, and now that our governance system is coming into place, and we'll announce more about that soon, we voted on the process and we decided that I personally will put resources towards getting these tokens and buying them off market and sending them to people that need their token swapped. If they were on Airwire or any other system, we're going to go through any of the back office systems, any of the other companies that manage everything, and everyone will get their coin. I will personally put funds into it. We'll also turn the mining system as our mining continues to pay out and cover the mining costs. We'll start to put those resources towards finishing the token swap. One thing that you need to know is that any coins that you had, if you had paid for Ormeus coins on any platform, anywhere in the world, you will get your coins, whether I pay for them, whether the company supports. Working together, we will get you your coin. It's just a matter of time. And our goal is to get this completed in this quarter. We're going to push through to get that completed. We feel like we can do this quarter currently and get through and get this completed. And we're pushing hard for that to happen. That will be Q3 2020. Finish the swap, get this stuff knocked out, and we're going to do it step by step. We're going to push through it, and we're going to put the resources that is required to make sure that happens. The other thing I want to announce about this is we're going to be announcing this in the next couple of days, a cross-chain promotion. That means that if you wanted to, instead of swapping your token, your Ormeus coins, for Ormeus coin, you're going to have the opportunity to swap them for ECO or Ormeus Cash as well. For the people that want to accelerate the process, they can swap them for Ormeus Cash. And for the people that want ECO because they're excited about the ECO token, they have the opportunity. This is not something that you have to do. You can wait for your Ormeus coins and you will get your coins. But it's something that we're giving you as an option for the people that need to accelerate it, that have to do things, they have to pay bills or whatever it is they have to do. We want to make sure you get your tokens. And no matter what these other parties do, no matter how many people come and try and stop this project, there is nothing that will ever stop me from completing what we're going to do here and making sure that every single person that is invested one way or the other or purchased tokens off the market or however they did will get their coin. You have my word on that completely that you will get your coins. Next question. Has the mining move been paid yet? So we've been through the process and we moved the first batch of mining equipment and the mining machines have been on. Mining has been, of course, not extremely profitable for the majority of the world. It's limitedly profitable. It is profitable for us. It's not massively profitable, but it is still profitable. So it's taking time to get the move paid for. Right now, we are about a little bit more than halfway through the process of getting the move paid off. So that's exciting news, which means that we expect to be able to make the move, the second batch of move, and we'll talk about that in the next question, but get this completely paid off here. And probably if we look at it in about 4 weeks or so, we should have the original move paid off. And at that same time, leading into the next question, how much mining equipment needs to be moved and when will this occur? So we've got it scheduled and set with the mining company to get the second batch of mining equipment moved this month. So in the next 30 days, we should have all the equipment in one location, and then there will be a mining move, a cost for the move, and then through between July and August, we expect to have everything complete in one location, running and functioning. So by the end of August at the latest, but between July and August, the work will be done. And by the end of August, everything will be up and running. Exciting time, exciting for all this to be occurring. And now we can start to focus on the future and start to focus on gathering more equipment, purchasing more equipment, letting other mining companies come into our mining pool, letting partnerships come into place because we do have the least expensive power in the world. And most people today are mining Bitcoin for $10,000, meaning that their Bitcoins cost them. If they have 5 cents electric power, that means Bitcoin costs them 10 grand to mine. And Bitcoin is not currently trading at $10,000. So most are losing money. So this is going to allow us to become a staple in the mining space. And other partners, I'm sure, will come on board because of the fact that we have some of the cheapest power in the entire world. When will all the mining equipment be up and running and turning on? As I said before, and we plan to have everything completed by the end of August. And the moves will happen over these next few weeks for the equipment that exists, and everything up and running by the end of August. So exciting stuff for those 4 questions. When can we expect the mining power to increase? So our roadmap is laid out to where we have set places to where we feel like that we can achieve these in an effective fashion. So if you look at the roadmap on ormeuscoin.com, you can actually see when we expect to increase the mining power. And we expect to hit these, if not supersede and go further than these points, but we expect to at least hit the points that are on the roadmap. When will we be able to follow the value stats of OMC on CoinMarketCap? Now, great question. The fact is we've done everything on our side. We have completely put everything in place. We've done all the listing properly. We've traded well volume. Now it's just a matter of CoinMarketCap to pick up the coin on the site. We've applied. We expect that should happen in the month of July, that we'll have the entire process and the listing should be done. They shouldn't take more than a couple of weeks, but let's give it a month maximum, and they will have us listed on CoinMarketCap for the value of OMC. OMC is already trading, and the thing is, we want to see the value. Everybody wants to see the value of OMC today, and that's great, but this is the original OMC. This is the Ormeus Cash that is not the one that is minted. The minted Ormeus Cash is going to replace the original Ormeus Cash in a bridge type scenario when we go live on point of sale devices. And we can talk more about that, spend a little bit of time right now on that. The POS system, we plan to have our tokens listed on a point of sale by the end of this year. So that means that, and with the AccelPay partnership, this can happen very rapidly. That means that the tokens for Ormeus Cash, the minted token, which will mint at $1, will start to mint. Very important to understand this. You'll be trading Ormeus Cash where it is now, and some people are selling the Ormeus Cash, but those are golden tickets. Every one of those are going to be worth a stable coin. So very crucially important to make sure that you're not liquidating all of your Ormeus Cash, unless you just don't want the stable dollar token. And that's okay, it's up to you. You have full control, they're your coins. When can we expect the trading to start? So we have put together a system that is unique and nothing like anything that's ever been created before in the history of finance. We're going to share that with you over the next few weeks and months, and we'll launch it properly to give you all the details of how this works. It's unique and different than anything that we've had before and anything that anyone has had before, and we'll talk more about that. So traditional trading has started in the test mode right now, and it will, within this next 4 to 6 weeks process, by the end of August, we'll have this system fully running and functioning and launched. And we're going to talk more about that in the next few slides, and I'll give you a little bit of a preview of what this is, because it's going to change everything in such a dramatic way. I can just tell you it's more powerful than even mining itself. It's more powerful than any other type of trading system that I've ever seen before, and it's going to be part of our ORV, and every single person is going to have the ability to work with it. Could you advise us power consumption, cost, kilowatt hour? Right now, we are mining at 3 cents per kilowatt hour. We are mining with slush pool, so you can see the pool fees. When we pass 200 petahash, which we will do, when we pass 200 petahash of power, mining power, we will actually get our own mining pool and will be recognized on the blockchain. For the time, we're mining in slush pool, and we're paying the pool fees for slush pool, and 3 cents per kilowatt hour. Could you update on the ECO Hypercapital Fund Global Incubator? Absolutely. The HyperCapital group has been phenomenal. They have opened up so many doorways and helped us get things set up really strongly for the future. So not only on the tech side are they're going to help guide us through this process, but also on the exchange listing and some of the bigger things that you just couldn't do by yourself as a company. So everything is in working order. We have been communicating with them directly. We've also been, of course, producing and working with the Hyper project and HyperCapital as itself, and building out their organization, which is an exciting, great project, and it's working very well. The ECO itself is in the midst of the incubation process, which means that it's first, because you can see, it's hitting exchanges, it's growing in value, and all those types of things that are happening. There is going to be a key factor component that's going to happen in the third quarter of this year that is going to be bigger for ECO than anything that has ever done before for the coin itself. And it's going to be dramatic, and it's going to be because of the incubator that HyperCapital has put into place. So we'll have more news on that, but everything is moving forward and everything is in a very positive direction. We're excited to work with that team. Any other new partnerships that you can share for Ormeus Ecosystem? So there is, it's kind of like a boiling coming. The water is getting so hot that it's getting ready to boil, and the groundswell is like right there. There are multiple groups and organizations that are looking at us more than ever before. And there's a couple right now that are looking at doing something for the ORV that is as much value as the ORV as it exists today. And it's in BTC. And it's extremely exciting. I cannot share with you exactly the details of that because it is in NDA and we are in heavy conversation. And some of you that are in our champions group, you already know what I'm talking about and have an idea of what that is. But it's going to bring the value, floor value dramatically. It's going to increase the asset of the project as a whole. It's going to increase the ORV as a whole, and it's extremely exciting. So I'm happy to be able to introduce this, and now I'm very excited that I'm going to be able to share this with you when it comes out, to know that there is that partnership. And then also the other partnership that I want to detail a little bit better is the Excel group. They're not just a wallet and a travel technology. They have a full staff of 150 programmers that are full-time in the crypto space. We are developing technologies with them that have not been seen before in our space at all. We're developing multiple technologies for OMC technologies for ECO, technologies for the actual ATM process of our business, to intertwine and to tie everything together completely. We're working with them on the tech side, and they've got some really exciting stuff. And we'll actually schedule an AMA this month in July with the CEO of Excel, and he is going to share with you some of the exciting things that they have in their company as a project, and also share with you some of the exciting things that we have planned for the future. And we have ideas that have not been seen, things that are so needed in this world for the financial aspect of it, so needed in the ability to be able to convert and be able to utilize fiat to traditional currency into cryptocurrency, and some of the things that are going to make the adoption process unlike any company has ever thought of doing before, because most of these companies that are out there conceptualize things and they're not really in there in the field with people, and we're there with people on a day-to-day basis. So I'll share more about that partnership, and we'll do an AMA in the month of July, before the end of the month of July, with the CEO of Excel. We'll do a staking program for OMC, an exterior wallet, so follow the present. Currently, there is no staking program for OMC because this OMC is the incubation OMC. This is the OMC before the stable token that is minted. So there will not be a staking program for this OMC because you're getting a token that is going to be converted into a token that is minted at $1. So if we're giving you more, if you're getting more of it, every one of those eventually will be worth that because it's going to be minted and converted. It just will take the time for the volume to occur to push that out, but it will all start by the end of this year. So get OMC. Having a staking model on it will not be something that'll be available right off the bat. You have the ability to gather it from staking your Ormeus coin and trading it on the marketplace. New investor that we talked about earlier this year, yes. So we are now in some of the final phases. We've just went through and did a full audit of all the property, and we've shared with you guys the property before in previous presentations that we were working on in Thailand. And this investor, of course, is putting in a large investment into our ecosystem that is going to allow us to have multiple investments and multiple coins and put together a market-making fund that is nothing like any other company I think in the space has at all. We've talked about some of these numbers. We've talked about the project. Right now, we are in some of the final phases of it. Everything has been already agreed and approved by the banking. Now we have the land scenario put together and agreed and approved. It is some bureaucracy of getting through the entire process, but we're getting there, and we'll have another big update. I expect to have some really great news within this month of how this project's going and have it completing in the next, I would say 60 to 90 days. I expect that we will have the best news we could ever have for this specifically from what we've been doing. We've had a lot of work and a lot of energy that's went through this, and it's exciting to have it all really come together the way that it should. It's exciting, very exciting. And it's such a major injection into the company, into the project, that it's going to put us on the next level. Now, I have some super, super, super exciting news, guys. More than anything that I think we've done since we've started is we have finally accomplished the decentralized autonomous organization. We are now established and have built out the governance and have all of the details and everything to be a DAO. We are building the final components of this. It's enough to where I can tell you today that it's contracted, in place. We have the open source code. Ormeus Ecosystem is a decentralized autonomous organization. We have a voting process, and there's a group that sits on top that is 13 members, and then there is champions, and currently there's 52 champions, but there will be 70 forever, and all of these people, including every single person that holds Ormeus coin or ECO or Ormeus Cash, will have voting rights on how the system works. I know most of you probably don't fully understand what a DAO is, and most people don't off the top of their head to understand how powerful this is. But this is a game changer. This puts us in a regulatory space that makes it to where we are not governed as a security. We are a utility token. We can function everywhere in the world. We'll never make the United States a market of focus, but this type of a scenario is what the governance bodies require, and this will pass any type of regulatory law of being a decentralized autonomous organization. So now there's no central figurehead, there is no owner to the system. Any of the things that I do with the project, I'm an investor in the project exists outside of me. Anyone can be me. Anyone could say, I want to be the main investor and I want to go and drive this thing forward and I want to put my investment in my project management, take what I've put into my life and I want to dedicate it to the DAO. Like I've put into mining and I've put all this money into this project. Any other person can do the same thing in an open source code fashion to be able to put their resources up to become part of this DAO, this decentralized autonomous organization that will outlast all of us. And now it is official, it is established, and it's going to be put together over the next few months as something to where every single one of you are going to have access to view and see. And this is major, major, major news. Now, that was exciting, but there's something that I have to share with you that we're going to put together. We have already built all the technology for it. And this unveiling, ladies and gentlemen, and Ormeus Ecosystem family, is something that's going to take the all-time highs into levels that have never been seen, in my opinion. This is our master trading node. And the name for this may evolve. It's in an incubation phase. All the technology has been built and it's tested, and it's what's working on our current market today. You've seen it work, you've seen the market working, you've seen how the system functions, and you've seen how it works when it comes to buyback bots and all the different things that we put into place to make this ecosystem robust. Now we have the ability to allow anyone that wants to be a master node or a master trading node the ability to participate. We've been functioning with one as a company. When one member decides to become a part of this through the DAO system, we have two. Double the capacity, double the power. This trading machine works on 30,000 machine workers and can trade hundreds of thousands of transactions per minute. It is faster, smarter, and continues to learn and continues to grow. Every single person would have the ability to participate by putting funds in their own account on exchange, and this machine will trade those for Ormeus, for ECO, for OMC, and bring back a higher value of that asset, continuing to push the growth of the project and never putting funds in jeopardy. It's massive, it's decentralized, it's autonomous, it's intelligent, it's unique. There's no other project in the world that I've seen that has anything like this in cryptocurrency. I believe it is the most powerful thing that has ever happened in the history of finance, because now you have a completely decentralized master trading node system that will give you, every single one, the ability and the same power and the same access to the machine that pushes the Ormeus token further, to the system that helps grow our value trading in the marketplace. Now all of you are allowed to plug into it because it is a decentralized autonomous organization now, and every single member has the same capacity to build as I do myself. So every single one of you can be your own leader, your own major investor, your own, and you all have a lot of Ormeus coin that have it already, but now you can put your USDT funds to work in the market itself without having to think how to trade it, without having to make any of those decisions yourself. The machine will plug in and do it. We're rolling this out over the next few months, and it is something that is a concept and an idea that I think is going to change the world as we know it, because this takes away all of the thought process of the growth of your asset. So now you're able to attain more Ormeus, more ECO, more OMC, and let the bot do the thinking for you. Let it completely build up the asset, at the same time helping support the marketplace for the coin itself. And this is a game changer. So that's my presentation for you today, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be doing another presentation on the master trading node individually, and then we'll also be doing a presentation on the DAO itself. We are currently working on explainer videos for each individual token so that people understand what the difference is and why there are more than one and how these all work together. We have updates coming in the near future, and on the next AMA we can talk about some of the things that are happening for agriculturally. We can also talk about how these are all going to tie together and some of these real world projects that are going to be building a part of this entire system. We're also planning on another market for Pragma. And that to me is super exciting because that's what we're doing this all for. So when we can build this entire thing and create something that is just how this looks in the photo in front of you, it's a computer helping a person get more of the ecosystem. At the same time, the ecosystem helps the entire world. That's what we're here to do. Build something to where your funds can become bigger, more, and become better off suited in a system that helps grow an asset, helps grow your personal asset, helps grow the company's asset, and then helps grow the world and help eliminate deaths from starvation and build the Pragma project and just be able to give you the ability to be abundant. And that's what this is all about. And this is not speculative. This is a system that has already been tested. It is proven. It performs amazingly, and it doesn't reduce the asset itself. So, ladies and gentlemen, we'll give you more information on that as it comes out. I thank you all for your time today, and I look forward to working with you all again, and I look forward to seeing you all again sometime in the near future. Have an amazing day. Speak soon. God bless.